Hi, my name's Denise McCabe and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia on the New South Wales Central Coast, and this is my card and a cuppa for Wednesday. What are we up to? Wednesday the 6th of November 2024. So this is card and a cuppa 12 weeks of Christmas. So let me just make sure I'm live in the right place because I don't want to be in the wrong place. So let me just double check that. Turn the volume down on my laptop there, so let me just see. I think I'm in the right place. Yep, looks like I am. Whoops. So if you're watching, say hi, so I can chat to you. Hi Lynn, how are you? So welcome to this week's card and a cuppa. I don't even know what number we're up to. Let's have a look and see how many cards we've already made. 2, 3, 4, 5. So this must be week 6 of 12 weeks of Christmas. My goodness. That's a bit terrifying, isn't it? So yeah, we're going to use a sketch from the mini catalogue today. So let's go down to the craft desk and we can get started. Okay. Here we go. So I've got my lamp on, yes. And a bit glary up the top, but it's not too bad. Hi Margaret, how are you? Okay, so we're going to do a sketch from the mini catalogue today, and I've chosen this one down here, down on the bottom row, second from the left. That's the one I've chosen. Hi Elizabeth, thank you for watching. So that's the sketch we're going to do today. Hi Marilyn. Gosh, we've got a few people jumping on now. That's so exciting. Thank you, ladies. So this is the sketch we're going to do today. And I had a little play yesterday with some samples, with some little, just having a play. So we've got a big circle and sort of squares or rectangles down here. Oh, that's okay, Elizabeth. You can always watch the replay. See, it's got little squares or rectangles down the bottom. So on my sample cards I've used squares, so I've just used, this was my first one, so how simple is this? Yes, it is a bit warm, isn't it, Lynn? What does my computer tell me today? Oh, because it doesn't, it's gone to the US election results, I don't want to know about them. 27, that's what it's my computer, my laptop saying. So this was my first sample card, and it's really just straight onto a thick basic white cardstock. And I've done the circle and I've done 3 different size squares using the stylish shaped dies. They're just great dies. So that was it. So that's a super simple card. You could also use punches. If you don't have a dies and a die cutting machine, you could use punches, like a big circle punch, and we used to have little square punches as well. So you could do that, or you could just cut your square shapes with your paper trimmer. So that's super simple. It's not really a one layer card, but it's straight onto the card base. Then I stepped it up a little bit with an embossed background. So this is in basic beige, and still really super simple design. I did the same thing with the circle, and this is the Sentimental Christmas Designer Series paper. And yeah, I just did the same circle and the squares. This square I did emboss with the distress tile embossing folder. This one I left plain, but to me that's just a little bit stepped up because you've got a matting piece. So today I thought I'd try and do something similar, but using the Reindeer Day Sweet Collection. So I might, which one will I leave? I'll leave this one as my sample card, and we'll just move our catalogue away. And yeah, so I've die cut some things out, but I haven't done everything because I thought, you know, I don't need to do everything. But my thought process is, so we've got a basic white card base yet again. It's just, I really wish they hadn't retired the very vanilla card base, the thick cardstock, but you know, they did, so we just have to move on. So my thought process is that we're going to do this Granny Apple Green matting piece. So with the Reindeer Fun bundle, you get, this is the stamp set, And these are all the standalone dies. So I thought we have a circle kind of here. So what I'm thinking of doing is getting my circle, but instead of doing it, every card I've made using this die, I've done it this way. I thought I'd do it this way around today and have like the fernery coming down like so. Then I'm going to run it through, I'm going to die cut it first, and then I'm going to run it through the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder. And then I've die cut a little reindeer out of the paper, so we're going to put that in the window. I've got a couple of banners there in case I stuff up. And these little rectangles are the gifts, the presents in this suite. So I thought we could make the 3 squares or rectangles from this sketch using the presents. So that's my thought process. So that's what I'm planning on trying to do. So if I just scooch these over here, and we can bring our cut emboss machine in, and we can do the die cutting and the embossing. So I'll move that. So we need that, we need that. So I'll grab my die, crystal clear vision and sound. Oh, hello, Mark. That is good to know, honey. Thank you. That's because you're the best. Okay, so I've got our embossing machine, and okay, so we're going to put our Granny Apple Green matting piece down, and as I said, I'm going to do it with the ferns going down this time, because every time I've done one, I've done it the other way round. And I just thought, let's do it this way. So I could tape this down, but I don't think I need to. So I'm just going to sort of have a little bit of a gap at the top. And I'm not going to tape it, I don't need to. What did I do with my, here it is, my top plate. So I'm going to run that through the die cutting, and I think I've got it pretty even on either side. Okay, so that's run through the die cutting machine, so we'll just lift that off, and we will just carefully just give it a bit of a wiggle. It did cut right through, surely. Yes, it just needs a bit of a wiggle. Little bit of a wiggle. I probably should have run it back through again. Oh no, there we go. There it comes out. Okay, so that's come out of there. Now I will move that out of the way and get rid of these bits. And I'm going to grab our embossing folder. I'm glad it sounds good what I'm doing, Margaret. That's good. So I'm grabbing our Forever Plaid embossing folder and just lining it up with one of the lines on the embossing folder, which is really good. I'm going to take our other cutting plate and our, what do you call that one? That other number 2 plate, I can't think of what it's called. I'm going to slide that back through. I'm going to put my spine first into the embossing folder, into the emboss machine, and my specialty plate number 4 to emboss the plaid onto that matting piece. Okay, so let me lift this out of the way, and then we can sit down and start putting our little card together. Get all that back over here. Okay, so let's bring our bits and pieces back in. So that's our die, so you can just drop it on. If you want to get all those green bits out, you take your pick tool is another way of getting them out, or you can use the brush that can be added to the take your pick tool. It's always good to clean your dies out after you've used them. So I shall pop that back there, and the embossed piece of cardstock. So that's my embossing folder. Now I am going to grab yeah, it's you know what, it actually helps me doing the sketches. It makes me not have to think too hard. I can just look at a sketch and think, oh, we could do that. So I'm just getting out all the little bits from this die so that the fernery, the greenery will look good. So that's that bit. So yeah, the sketches actually I think are very helpful. If you've got, you know, a little bit of an imagination, go with a sketch and you can just sort of go for it. There's one here that's not coming out. Come out, you little monster. Okay, that's good, I think. Oh no, here's one more. I think that's pretty good. So I'll just scooch that over here. I have done no housework this week because I was exhausted after the baby shower. So I just thought, you know what, not doing anything this week. Okay, so where did we put our sample card? Okay, so I figured that that die creates our circle of our sketch. So the next thing I want to do is get all my little bits back in. Yeah, if I don't put pieces away, Margaret, you know, I'm going to lose things. I want to put our little reindeer here in the middle, but I want to do a little bit of blending of the pool party behind him. So I am just going to move him out of the way, and I should have, but I don't, a scrap of paper. Look, this is a note of cards I've got to make. So I am going to just put a little bit in here, and then I will know where I want to blend. So this is going straight onto our card base, and I know that looks a bit splodgy, but the reindeer will cover it up. I just want a little bit of colour coming out from behind him, so the splodge will be hidden, which is always good. Hide your splodge. Okay. Yes, if I don't put pieces away, goodness only knows what will happen to them. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking, and I'll tuck him in like that. Now I am going to put this matting piece up on dimensionals, so I'm just going to grab my little bit, see, that's not what I wanted to do. I'll put a little bit of glue on the back of my reindeer. Now you could stamp and colour him in, but you know what, for the interests of speed, I decided not to do that. So I'm just going to line that back up. I'm going to tuck him in where I want him, and then I'm going to lift this out. Look at him, or her. I wonder if that reindeer's a he or a she. I have no idea. Okay, so now I've got glue on my glass mat. I've got my little reindeer positioned where I want him or her. Okay, now I'm going to raise this up on dimensionals, and I've just noticed there's another little bit. But you can see with this die, you can do it this way round or this way round. I've only ever done it this way. You like using the brush? Yeah, I normally do that too, Marilyn, but sometimes I forget. So you can use it both ways. All the other cards I've made with this suite, I've done this circular die this way. And I've had the little reindeer die cut. Where is it? This little fellow poking his head out through the fernery. But this time I thought, let's do it this way. So let's grab our dimensionals and put this up on dimensionals. Now I'm probably going to overkill the dimensionals, but I just would rather have too many than not enough. And I like to put sort of some around this circle part so that it doesn't sag down too much. Now that is way more than I normally would use, but you know, that's just the way it goes today. It's a funny day because I took Rosie for a walk this morning, and we were sort of getting, it was sort of like a really, really fine mist of rain while we were walking. I wasn't getting really wet, but you could just sort of feel it. So I did my washing, and then I decided, oh, it'll probably rain, so I'll put it in the dryer, and now it's blue sky and sunshine and quite warm. Okay, so that is our matting piece onto our card base, and that's how it looks. So now I'm going to get my little parcels, and I might just grab my silicone mat because I need to attach bows and things. So this, where's my die? Oh, my plastic's sticking to me. So these are the gifts, and these bows are separate that you can attach to them. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm just thinking I might do a red one that way. And let's think. Okay, so I've got a couple of bows here. I could do, that's not the right bow. No, I can't do the red one that way. I have to do the green one because I've only got a red bow cut out for that. Okay, that's okay. I've got a few extras, I think. And then we've got a green bow like so. And then I can do another garden green bow on pecan pie perhaps, and I can trim that down. So let's, oh, that one's not big enough. Look at that. Maybe this is what I was thinking. Yes, I think that's what I was thinking. Okay, let's get our glue and put our little ribbons on our boxes. So the baby shower on Sunday went really, really well. It was super successful. It was a hot day, but it was still super successful, and it was lots of fun. So that was nice. And the boys went off and played 9 holes of golf, even though it was really sunny and hot. But they said there was a breeze on the golf course, so that was good. There we go. You can see how I'm sort of trying to match up my sketch. And what will I do with this one? I might just do it this way as well. Or will I use, I don't think my bow is long. No, it's not. I'll cut that one out. Okay, let's do this. Let's just wipe it through that bit of glue there that's on my silicone mat. Hubby was obviously at work just checking in, making sure I was live and everything was going smoothly for me. Isn't he, sweetheart? Okay, so that one's going to go there. So this is my thought process. And then I've got this little bow that's also part of the standalone dies. I thought I'd put that up there, so let's put that on now because we can. And I'm just gonna pop it there. I only got, like, except now I've got spurtage. I got this one and the decorative trees bundle, and then I got the peaceful season sentiment bundle. And that, they were the only Christmas ones I got this year, because I just felt sometimes I've gone a bit silly in the past. I'm just trying to get another piece of, there we go, get out, be gone. Yes, I've gone a bit too silly, and then I haven't been able to use everything, so I thought just choose a couple of favorites and go with your favorites. Okay, now I'm going to put this one down flat so that I can pop up the one beside it. I'm going to go, whoops, get over there. I'm going to go this one down flat. And then the other two, I think I'll just pop up on dimensionals. I think that will work. That's not the dimensionals I want these ones. So I'm going to put one there and one there. So I've cut up for a class on Saturday. I'm going to pop that square or rectangle there. And after I've done this video, I want to try and put some of the Christmas scrapbooking kit together so I can show my class attendees on Saturday. Everything's sticking to me. How those pages come together. So that's my plan. So this one I'm going to pop here. Okay, I think that's all I need that one for. So let me just... So I've done the Merry Christmas on that sample, on these two sample cards. But it doesn't actually fit on this banner, and I do like that banner. So I am going to grab my Real Red ink and my Peaceful Season stamp set. And I'm going to get the Joy and Love to You because that fits on that banner. So yeah, I've just gotten 2 sweets. Well, not 2 sweets. I got 1 sweet, 1 bundle, and this bundle as well for this year's Christmas cards. Okay, so I've got 2 dies cut out just in case I stuff up. Always good to have a spare ready. Okay, so I'm just going to bring that down a little bit, hopefully not too low. And I'm going to just stamp Joy and Love to You. There we go. Close that up before I get into trouble. Because knowing me. Okay, and then I'm going to pop this down here. So let me grab my dimensionals again. And then we'll do a little bit of bling. The peppermint gems, I believe, are back in stock. They were out of stock for a while, but I'm pretty sure they're back in. So that's good. So if you're wanting some new product that's not Christmas, some online exclusives have gone live today or yesterday, and a couple of new kits. So jump onto the online store and have a look at those. Hi Joan. Okay, so this is a, where's our sketch? Let me go back. Let me find our sketch. I've put things on top of it. Okay, here we go. This is the sketch we're doing today, Joan. We're doing this one down on the bottom, second from the left, with the big circle and squares or rectangles to, you know, embellish or add to your sketch. And these were my 2 plain sample cards, and this is the one we've just made. So you can go back and watch the replay. But let me find my peppermint gems. They're right up the back here. And I think we shall do a big one. There's 3 sizes, small, medium and large. So let's pop a big one down here, a medium one over here, and a teeny tiny one. Let's see, where will I put this one? I could put it down here actually. Maybe. I see, I always struggle with the 3rd one, don't I? Look, let's put it here. Just make a decision and go with it. Okay, so that is our sketch for today. Oh, thank you, Joan. Oh, don't need to put it back in there. So I am actually finding the sketches very helpful because you can just look at it, look at the sketch, and decide, well, I've got this, I've got that. So see, you can start super simple with just dies, the stylish shaped dies I've used, but as I said, we did used to have square punches and we've got some circle punches, so you could go with that, or you could just cut your shape. Then I stepped it up a little bit with an embossed matted background, but the same design. And then I thought, Reindeer Days has got that circle die and the presents. We could go down that path. So let's tick off another sketch that we've done. But yeah, so have a look at your sketches, and in the annual catalogue on page 22 and in the mini catalogue on page 16, that's where our sketches are. So we are coming along with a lot of our 12 weeks of Christmas. So let's let's revisit what we've already done. That was last week's with the decorative trees. That was the week before with trucking along. That must have been the week before that, stamping on glimmer paper, heat embossing on glimmer. That was week 2 with the decorative trees, and this was week 1. So these 2 stamp sets, So Very Merry and Trucking Along, are still in the online store and are Christmas related. So you've got another option there if you wanting to look for Christmas sentiments or stamp sets. So we're up to week 6 that was week 6 today, of 12 weeks of Christmas. Can't believe that. I better start doing some Christmas shopping. So I hope you guys really like that card. It's really cool. I'll lift it up closer so you can see. So we could have stamped and coloured that, but we just used the die cut from the paper and used the dies, the presents, to make the squares to match our sketch. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me find something. There we go. So yeah, so that's our card for today, using the Reindeer Day Sweet Collection. Well, we didn't use all of it. We didn't use any of the designer series paper. So I hope you enjoyed that. So I have a great rest of the week. It's Wednesday, so a couple of days to go before the weekend again. And I believe it's going to get, thanks Margaret, thanks Lynn, I believe it's going to be getting hot tomorrow. So stay cool, and I will see you next Monday for Makeup Monday. Thanks ladies for watching. Bye for now.